Hey guys, and happy Halloween season to you all. Leonora Johnson's murder is the darkest mystery Rockstar ever put in a GTA game. Her body was found mutilated near the Land Act Dam in 1975. A Vinewood cover-up followed, a website, a confession letter, and years later, a hidden mission lets us find the killer ourselves. This isn't an unsolved mystery. It's a story Rockstar buried under brilliant dark satire. And today, we're finally digging it up. Chapter 1. The Starlet Who Never Made It. Let's visit the WhoKilledLeonoraJohnson.com website. Before the murder, Leonora Johnson wasn't famous. She was just another Midwest girl who wanted to be a movie star. Born in 1952, her dad worked on a chicken farm, her mum at a dairy plant. By 15, she ran away to Los Santos, hitchhiking west with nothing but those dreams. For a while, it worked. She waited tables and ended up in commercials and small movie roles. Her big moment came in Rum Runner, a low-budget film where she played a disabled prostitute. Critics called her a pretty face without much spark, but it was enough to get her noticed by directors. By 1975, she was up for a leading role in The Many Wives of Alfredo Smith. She never made it to that set. Chapter 2. The Crime Scene. On January 17, 1975, an anonymous call led police to the Land Act Dam. What they found there shocked the city. Leonora's body had been cleaned, posed, and deliberately mutilated, like someone wanted it to be seen as art. Her head was removed, her hands and feet were swapped, the word ham was carved into a piece of her thigh, and a star was burned into her back with cigar marks. This may symbolize the star Leonora has on the Vinewood Walk of Fame. Or it's basically because she was a rising star in the movie industry. Either way, let's visit the Land Act Dam. Being here after knowing all of this sends a weird shiver down the spine, doesn't it? And it gets more unsettling. For years after Leonora's death, her killer kept taunting the family, mailing them pieces of her life like sick souvenirs. They got phone calls, letters, even her missing locket. And on the anniversary of the murder, a small package arrived containing her lips.
They wrote, "A slut in Paris, just for me, me."
Reporters reached the site of the murder before the cops did, trampling every bit of forensic evidence. The autopsy listed faint signs of sexual assault, surgical precision, and a deliberate effort to display the body. And if you're already hearing echoes of the Black Dahlia case, you're absolutely right. Chapter 3. The Real-Life Inspiration. Rockstar inspired Leonora's case after Elizabeth Short, the aspiring actress murdered in Los Angeles in 1947. Both women were mutilated, both bodies posed, both became tabloid spectacles. Even the Hollywood starlet chasing fame narrative is identical. And much like with Leonora, reporters also trampled forensic evidence before cops got there. It's Rockstar rewriting a true crime legend inside the world of Los Santos. The Leonora Johnson murder mystery is mentioned in Steve Haynes' The Underbelly of Paradise TV show.
This is the town that made mass murder into nostalgia. Of course, to become truly popular, your murder has to be both unsolved and gruesome. In a town full of alien spotters, adults dressed as zombies, and entertainers dressed as cartoon characters, it takes something particularly awful to really catch people's attention. The famous unsolved murder of a Vinewood starlet is one such case. For years, horny nerds have wondered what happened to Leonora Johnson, and if they would have plucked up the courage to speak to her or kill her themselves. It's inspired filmmakers, writers, and copycat killers. Conspiracy theorists have blamed various celebrities, the mayor, the Soviets, short skirts, women's liberation, and hidden aliens embedded amongst us for the murder.
Chapter 4. Jeff Campion. Decades later, a man named Jeff Campion created this website, WhoKilledLeonoraJohnson.com. He introduces himself as an obsessed amateur sleuth who lost 2 marriages and a job because of his fixation on Leonora. Campion isn't just researching the case, he's romanticizing the victim. His tribute feels more like a shrine from a stalker. He retells her biography, the small-town roots, the move to Vinewood, the sleazy directors and casting couches. And then he lists every possible suspect. Chapter 5. The Suspects. Mitch Dexter, a Vinewood actor with a violent temper and a rumoured affair with Leonora before she was 17. In one interview, Leonora hinted that a powerful celebrity had taken advantage of her. Dexter fits that timeline. Mitch Dexter's house is listed on the Lenny Avery Realty site. It's said that more than a few models were found floating face down in this pool. Let's take a quick peek at the property. Here's the pool that all those models drowned in. Take a load of this poolside TV. Her father, Harold Johnson, represented the cliche of daddy issues the press loved to blame her for, though there's zero evidence he was involved. Everett Rogan, the jealous ex-boyfriend. He stalked her, cried during sex, and was hit with a restraining order in 1973. Classic obsession motive, no proof. Carly Ferrin, Leonora's roommate, a transgender woman who idolised her so much she literally tried to become her. Same clothes, same hair, even used tampons. The tip-off call to police came from a woman with a deep voice. Here's Johnny Sutton, the janitor in Leonora's building. 300 pounds, slow-minded, and the perfect scapegoat. Cops bribed him with candy and got more than 20 fake confessions out of him before finally giving up. Then the Richards family, the movie royalty behind half of Vinewood's golden age films. David Richards, the patriarch, was the kind of man who could make problems disappear with one phone call, and a lot of people think he did exactly that. His son Solomon Richards wasn't innocent either. Leonora starred in Rum Runner, and after it came out, he publicly insulted her. 2 minutes of hamming it up in a wheelchair, and suddenly she thinks she's got talent. I've seen brisket with more charm. 2 puns that directly connect to the word ham carved on her thigh. There was also Betsy O'Neill, who allegedly lost a starring role to Leonora. That kind of resentment in Vinewood never dies quietly. Jessica Barlow, who claimed to be Leonora's best friend, cashed in on the murder years later. She even played her in an adult film called Leonora Johnson. You can't make this stuff up. And finally, Jeff Campion, the guy who runs the WhoKilledLeonoraJohnson.com site himself. He admits the case ruined his life. He even jokes that his alibi earned him a crime scene photo as a keepsake, which tells you everything about how twisted this whole circle became. And then there's Peter Dreyfuss, the eccentric director of The Many Wives of Alfredo Smith. He was known for calling actors harlequins, taking drugs constantly, and mixing violence with art. Leonora mentioned in a letter that a big-time director promised her that role. If you're sensing the puzzle snapping together, you're not wrong. Chapter 6. The Confession. After collecting 50 letter scraps scattered around the map, we finally see the truth. The full letter is addressed to David Richards, head of Richards Majestic Studios, the same dynasty that produced Leonora's films. It's written by Peter Dreyfuss. I had to kill her, and I had to do it that way, the way that would hurt me most, by torturing her slowly and painfully, then sending mementos to her family. He calls it an act of artistic necessity, says inhumanity makes him human, brags about how the suffering gave his art meaning. Chapter 7. The Cover-Up. So why wasn't Dreyfuss caught? Because the Richards family protected him. David Richards felt guilty enough that shortly after receiving the letter in March 1975, he sent money to Leonora's family later that month. Decades later, Ira Richards, Solomon's son, admitted that in a drunken rant, his grandfather David destroyed the confession letter to protect the studio. That's the breakthrough police mention on Weasel News twice.
Breaking news.
A breakthrough in the notorious Leonora Johnson case. Since 1975, the brutal murder and dismemberment of Starlet Leonora Johnson has remained unsolved and captivated conspiracy theorists. Now, there may be a breakthrough. Ira Richards, Vice President of Marketing at Richards Majestic and grandson of movie mogul David Richards, told a reporter that his grandfather claimed to have destroyed a confession letter in the weeks before his death. Mr. Richards Sr. passed away last year at the age of 103. His son, Solomon Richards, has run the family studio since 1978 and told reporters he knew nothing beyond the fact his son was a moron and his father was delusional.
Breaking news.
Still no breakthrough in the Leonora Johnson case. Amateur sleuths continue their search.
Following the news that a confession letter was destroyed by movie mogul David Richards, crime obsessives and amateur detectives are trying to discover who killed Leonora Johnson in a bloody and unsolved murder nearly 40 years ago. The starlet was hacked to death in a murder many believe was covered up. Now the long cold case is getting warm again.
It's also mentioned twice in news articles on the web. One news article also mentions that Peter Dreyfuss returned to Los Santos and is planning a comeback film.
Weasel News.
Reclusive director Dreyfuss back behind camera.
Celebrity News.
Legendary recluse and Vinewood eccentric Peter Dreyfuss is rumored to be doing the one thing he has studiously avoided for 30 years. He's about to direct another movie. Industry insiders are overjoyed at the news. Sheila Hall at the scene.
I've just spoken to a movie exec. He didn't want me to record him or use his name, but I promise you, he was here. Anyway, he told me he was really excited about the prospect of Dreyfuss working again, only he couldn't remember any of his movies. Then he said actually liking old films was counterproductive in today's movie business, but he did love roller coasters and small plastic toys, and that was more important. Back to you in the studio.
Weasel News. Confirming your prejudices.
So Franklin becomes the justice system that Los Santos never had. Chapter 8. The mission's closure. After collecting all 50 letter scraps, Franklin can track Dreyfuss down at his house in the hills. He's old now, meditating, still calling himself an artist. You can talk to him, listen to his excuses, and do what most players do. Rockstar doesn't force it, but they know exactly what you're going to choose.
Hey, you Peter Dreyfuss? I said it, you Peter Dreyfuss.
Who are you? You want an autograph? No offense, but I'm not reading any screenplays.
Huh?
I mean, you're from the hood, right? You don't want to pick up the guns, because, like, if you pick up the guns, everybody dies. It's tragedy, pathos, tedium. I'm bored. Unless, you're here to copulate.
I'm here to what?
People, they want to consume me. They always have. To touch the hem, so to speak.
When Peter says touch the hem and points to his thigh, it's a dark nod to Leonora's ham carving on the exact same spot.
To touch the hem, so to speak. And who's to hold that against him? I don't. What time is it? I got a few minutes before my colonic, if you want to suck me off, I wouldn't mind.
Motherfucker, do I look like I'm here to suck you off?
I don't know what you're here for, chum. You're like some barely credible deus ex machina sent here by random chance in order to challenge my impending divinity.
Man, I don't know what the fuck you just said, but guess what? I'm here for this, chum.
Hey, what's this about?
Do you know her?
Security?
What's her name?
Security, this guy's trying to rape me!
Leonora Johnson.
It's not what you think.
The one who pants you fucked over after you killed her just because you could.
How much you want? How much money you want?
I got enough motherfucking money, homie.
I'm famous. Fuck you! I can do whatever I want. Those are the rules, civilian! Get away from me! I'm an artist! I'm not bound by the petty laws of the masses! It was Solomon Richards, not me! I was set up! You haven't even heard my side of the story! Why is this thing so slow?
You wrote it all down, you fucking idiot!
Why did I send that stupid letter? David Richards, you bastard! The world will be empty without my art! I'll give you a part in my next movie! The leading role! I can make you a star!
Ain't that what the fuck you said to Leonora?
I gave her what she wanted. Everlasting fame. I immortalized her.
Well, now it's your fucking turn, nigga.
Leonora hated black people. That's a fact. She was a hick who got lucky genes like half of this town. Hers was a hate crime, not mine.
Man, shut the fuck up. Dreyfus, get the fuck back here. Do you want to die slow like she did?
I have the body of a 25-year-old. I will outrun you any day. This is just the blind moralizing of the proletariat. Art is suffering. I don't expect a man of your limited education to understand. Without darkness, there is no light. Don't you understand anything? She died so millions of others could experience truth through my art. To understand pain, it must be administered.
Then I'm about to understand it real good then.
Just get the hell away from me! Why do you care? You weren't even born! It was the 70s! Things were different! I barely remember it. Is anybody going to help me? Do something! Don't any of you people know who I am? Call the police! Actually, no, don't call the police.
After listening to his rants, let's end this arsehole.
Say hello to Leonora, motherfucker.
Decades of obsession, over in a few seconds. It's one of GTA 5's most haunting side stories because it ends exactly like real Hollywood scandals do. The truth comes out too late for anyone to care.
Dark bag! Shit! Fuck that shit!
After everything is over, we can hear the news coverage of the aftermath in Weasel News.
Breaking news.
Dreyfus dead in vigilante killing.
Movie news.
Peter Dreyfus has been found dead in an apparent vigilante hit after he was linked to the 1970s murder of a starlet. A reclusive and controversial genius, Dreyfus enjoyed a career of spectacular highs and self-inflicted lows. Now, he is dead, and his reputation is in tatters after he was linked with the death of Leonora Johnson.
This is also written down in a news article on the web. Remember the films Leonora was involved in? We can check them out on classicvinewood.com. Here's The Many Wives of Alfredo Smith. Michael left a review down here. Michael D.S. This is how movies should be. A plot so tangled that you still don't have a clue what's going on, even after watching it 5 times. Not the dumbed down, sickly sweet trash Vinewood pumps out these days. 9 out of 10 stars. And here we have the other movie, Rum Runner. Michael left a review here too. I wanted to be Eddie Olsen when I was a kid, just without the handicap fetish. 7 out of 10 stars. What's insane is that Peter Dreyfus left a review here as well. He called himself the Ham Stabber, which refers to the ham writing on the piece of Leonora's thigh. It says this, Ham Stabber. How come the chick in the wheelchair has such great legs? 8 out of 10 stars. Chapter 9, The Bigger Picture. Both women were failed actresses chewed up by Hollywood. Both were found mutilated, posed, and sensationalized. Both cases dragged powerful men into suspicion and were buried by media spin. But Rockstar adds a twist. In GTA 5, we get to finish the story.
Say hello to Leonora, motherfucker.
You can piece together the clues, read the confession, and end it yourself with taking revenge against the killer. It's easy to see the Leonora case as just another creepy mystery. But look closer. It's one of the clearest examples of what GTA 5 is really mocking. The obsession with true crime. The way media exploits tragedy, and how Los Santos, just like Hollywood, turns human suffering into entertainment. Even Jeff Campion, the guy running the website, becomes part of the critique. He claims to seek justice, but he's no better than the tabloids that fetishized Leonora's death. That's what makes this mystery brilliant. It isn't about solving it. It's about how we consume it. So yeah, we know who killed Leonora Johnson. A washed-up Vinewood director protected by power, exposed decades later by a single letter and a 3-bit gangster determined enough to find it. If you haven't done this mission yet, do it. Especially since it's October. It's one of Rockstar's best pieces of storytelling. And if you want more GTA lore deep dives like this, drop a like and hit subscribe. It helps out a ton. And tell me in the comments which mystery you'd like to see next.
It's over!